As Jon Jones prepares to defend his heavyweight title against Stipe Miocic at UFC 309, speculation is already swirling about potential superfights in his future. Jones' jiu-jitsu coach, Roberto, Tussa, Alencar, has shared insights into these possibilities, naming Alex Pereira and Francis Ngannou as intriguing opponents. Despite the excitement surrounding potential matchups, Alencar emphasized that Miocic should not be overlooked. "We respect the champion he is. This is the fight we wanted since day one," Alencar said. He acknowledged that some fans have dismissed Miocic's chances due to his long layoff since losing to Ngannou in 2021. However, Alencar is quick to remind everyone of Miocic's credentials. "I believe some fans want to see Jon's downfall. And Stipe is capable of winning this fight in the feet and on the ground," he added. "He's proven that, knocking out a lot of heavyweights and taking Francis down for 5 rounds. Stipe has a well-rounded game, and we respect how dangerous he is. If Jones emerges victorious at UFC 309, retirement seems unlikely." According to Alencar, Jones is open to pursuing megafights that could further cement his legacy. "It won't be the end unless the UFC wants that," Alencar said. "If the UFC wants to do a superfight, he's willing to entertain megafights. Francis in Abu Dhabi, which has a ton of money and can do a megafight like that, or Poten, who I believe is a fight that interests Jon for the legacy." Jones himself has hinted at vacating the heavyweight belt to chase these fun fights. Alencar weighed in on the potential opponents, suggesting that Alex Pereira might present a greater challenge than Ngannou. "Francis has the boxing, Poten has everything," Alencar explained. "He has the sharp boxing, he has the kicks, the flying knees, and everything else. To me, he's the most dangerous than Ngannou and Aspinall, for sure, for being lighter and having that massive knockout power." Ngannou recently returned to MMA with a dominant first-round victory over PFL heavyweight champion Renan Ferreira. Despite this, Alencar views Pereira as a more versatile threat due to his well-rounded striking arsenal. While Pereira and Ngannou dominate the superfight conversation, Alencar also highlighted Tom Aspinall as a tricky opponent, particularly on the ground. "In the jiu-jitsu area, Tom is more dangerous because he has aggressive jiu-jitsu and submissions," Alencar said. "We know, Poten comes from a kickboxing background and is training hard on his takedown and judo, but for being heavier and younger and having that experience on the ground, I think that Tom Aspinall gives Jon more work on the ground." As Jones prepares for his clash with Miocic, the prospect of these superfights looms large. A showdown with Pereira would pit him against one of the most dynamic strikers in the UFC, while a battle with Ngannou would be a blockbuster heavyweight clash. For fans, these potential matchups promise to be defining moments in Jones' legendary career.